Hey, I'm Luke from Raised by Eagles, and my scene is this town and this bar right now, right here.
I'm Nick from Raised by Eagles, and I don't know what my scene is. I don't know, that question is really... I'm pondering, let me ponder. I'll let you know at the end when I make a drink.
Okay, that sounds great. So, what do you think of the music scene in Melbourne?
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's where we got our chops, and it's the reason that we're doing this. And Melbourne's music scene is probably one of the most inclusive, kind of warmest scenes that I've ever been part of. Although, you know, the only time we really get to experience the other scenes is when we tour. But there's a real sense in this town of community when it comes to music, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, most of our friends are part of this community and part of this music scene, and we think it's one of the best in the world. We've been around a little bit.
And though you're talking so beautifully about Melbourne, your music is actually Americana.
Yeah, well...
Should we change the name of that, maybe?
I think so. We've been asked this question a bit lately. I'm not really sure. I mean, we're inspired well and truly by American music, and Americana, like all the bands that fall under that title, are bands that we love. So we're happy to be sort of part of that genre, but having been to Nashville and played over there, and sort of, you know, there's a real unique sound that we have that's all our own over here as well in Australia, and you really hear that when you get out of here, you know, and you play our kind of Americana. So
it's definitely got a twist to it.
Yeah, Americana played by Australians is a real sound all of its own.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not...
It's a pretty broad term, I think, Americana. I think it's like, it's just songs played with particular instruments. I don't know if I heard... It's hard to tell what your own band is. I don't know if I heard us. I don't know if I would say that's an Americana band.
It's like Nick said, I don't think bands are really, perhaps not the best qualified people to even say what kind of music they're making, you know. We just you know, got together, the four of us got together and started playing music, and this is how it sounded when we did that. So it's everything we're influenced by, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we love it in Melbourne, so thank you. And tell us a little bit about your latest album.
I Must Be Somewhere, it's called. And we released it in May of this year, and we're really proud of it. It took us. It was different. The first two we made sort of came to us really quickly. They were songs we had in the bank, you know, and we've been playing them around this wonderful scene of ours, you know, for you know, months and months, and then just went into the studio and recorded the songs. But this time around, the wonderful ABC Music, we love you ABC, got on board and gave us a lot of support with this record. But with that came a bit more pressure, and we had to sort of write the songs, a lot of them as we were recording, you know, and come up with the lyrics as we were recording. And you know, it was a different way to do it for us. We you know, we usually have the songs, as I said, in the bag ready to go, and we just record them.
Yeah, I think the last album too was, as Luke said, done we just ran it at the studio and did our thing in the studio. We kind of did that in this one as well, but I don't know, when we came out of that last album, Diamonds in the Bloodstream, people really liked it, and after you do it you think, I thought anyway, I should have spent some more time thinking about the stuff that I played on that, because people are digging it. So
it just goes to show maybe you don't need to overthink things.
Yeah.
Although Nick Wright, you know, he's got some songs on this record too, and he was much better at having his ideas and everything together, whereas I was still, you know, sort of working that out as we were recording. But we're really proud of the record. We love the record, and yeah, it's going well.
It's great that you share the responsibility with lyric writing
Yeah.
and music writing. I was looking at who wrote which ones,
Mm.
and what I found though was most of these songs revolve around the tugging or breaking of the heart. What's going on, guys?
It's a hard road, Mary.
It's right.
Broken men.
There's a lot of, I will say, there's a lot of happiness that comes out of writing a sad song. It's a very cathartic experience.
Yeah.
I did listen back to this record and think, my God, it's really heavy, you know. Although most of our stuff is, mine especially, I think. But you know, it's a way of sort of you know, expelling some of that weight and getting it off your chest. You know, that's what songwriting is, and that's what I certainly use it for, and that's what I get out of it. It's like you know, writing something that actually means, if you write something that doesn't mean anything to you, you can't really expect it to mean anything to anybody else, you know. So
It's not resigned though to its fate. The album, the darker songs, there's some real songs in the middle that lift, and particularly is really hopeful. And the last song is kind of By Now.
that's hopeful.
That's hopeful. It's kind of this last. And a friend of mine saw me in the pub the other night, and he's like, "That last song, you know, you let everyone off the hook, and it's like things are going to be maybe things are going to be okay."
That's fantastic. Nico hasn't told me that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. We let everyone off the
Get to that
hook.
last song.
Well, you
without
gotta
just
listen to the whole
crying
thing.
through it.
Listen to the whole thing. I love that song, so it's good.
So is it difficult when you put a set list together to make sure that you do that balance?
Yeah, I was saying the other night we should have stopped at 2 albums because then we wouldn't have to choose between them. But it's really good. We're spoiled for choice, but it is
It's getting harder
it is hard.
because we've got more songs to choose from now.
Yeah, you
But
got to go.
yeah,
Not you.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were good for a while, but no.
yeah, and you know, you also want to dust some off. Now we can say that because we were always playing the same songs, you know. But the more you got, you know, some of those older songs start to gather a bit of dust. So it's been nice on this tour to have the choice, but it's also been the source of much conjecture in the tour van as well as we move on down the road as to what we're going to play that night. Sometimes it's easier just to do it on your own. As soon as you start asking, we involve everyone in the band about what songs to play that night. It just, you know, it's hard to see eye to
So
eye.
do you two take charge?
Pretty much. Come on, mate.
Oh, yeah, I don't
The
know.
buck stops here.
Rich show can be bossy,
Richo can be bossy, but
but clever.
that's all right. No, it's a nice dynamic actually.
That's great. And tell us a little bit about the upcoming tour.
So we've just kicked off and we've done Sydney. We went up a bit further and did the wonderful Junkyard Hotel in Maitland, which is one of the best pubs in the country. And we had a corker there. So we're off to a flying start and we're really excited. We've got our hometown launch coming up this weekend, which we can't wait to play. Going to Geelong, believe it or not, for the first time, which is just down the road, but maybe that's why we haven't been there and played it. But we're doing Brisbane, we're doing Adelaide, we're doing Queensland, we're Mullumbimby and a lot of regional stuff in between. So yeah, there's a few dates to go and there'll be a few more to come as well. It's sort of a bit of a work in progress, the tour. But we love being on the road. It's been heaps of fun.
Yeah.
Actually getting up there and seeing the audience, like the hard work is sort of starting to pay off a little bit now, and we're seeing people come to every show. Like we spent a lot of time on the road playing to rooms of 10 to 15 people, you know, but it seems for now anyway.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's good to see that build.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll continue.
Yeah.
Let's get on to a lighter subject. What beverage or cocktail best describes your sound and why?
That has been the source of much conjecture as well, because in our band we drink beer pretty much, and or whiskey. So, I mean, I love a cocktail. We plan to make an old-fashioned because, you know, it's American, and our music is a little bit old-fashioned. Our clothes can be a little bit old-fashioned. Our instruments are old-fashioned, and we love most things of a vintage nature. But we were limited by some of the stock at hand, so, and we were both a little bit cranky when we turned up today, so we've decided to make. We're just up the road. We're very, very tired, and
We're tender.
so we're going to make a whiskey sour.
Yeah.
We're going to make it a whiskey sour tonight. Yeah.
Excellent.
So let's do it, eh?
Yeah.
This is like a cooking show.
Yeah.
This is a new thing for us. We're a little bit nervous. So I've seen this on the TV before. What we need is, we need some ice first, Nico. Put some ice in there. And then,
Just going to finger the ice. Just like this, doesn't know if you get some down the side.
graceful as a
serving.
swan.
A generous serving.
Graceful as a, look at the technique.
Look at that.
Use that at home, kids. And now the all-important ingredient,
The
which is
alcohol.
the booze, which is the most important ingredient.
Booze. What you want to do is you pour it in here,
You wanna pour-
and then you just pour it in there.
Give us another one of those, Nico.
I reckon
Yeah,
not wrong.
Let's go two. There's two of us. So now we've got some lemon juice. It wouldn't be a whiskey sour without lemon juice, so let's make it sour.
And you want a bit of ice in the glass.
You see that?
Jesus. Hang on. Oh, I need this.
Okay, while Nico does that, I'm going to put in some sugar water to sweeten the deal.
Sugar, water.
Okay, and that's all there is to it. So now, I'm going to shake this up. I don't know, how do you shake this? You got a technique for shaking that
Well,
up?
I saw cocktail. I thought, right, oh shit.
How do you do it?
That could have gone airy there.
Okay,
Look
do
at
you want to do
that.
that? And then you strain it into a glass.
That's Sarah's buggery.
Do you want
Is
to
this
hold
the
that
right way
up?
up?
Let's hold it up.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is going to look beautiful.
It's a frothy mess. Oh, Jesus.
That's it. Go slow. Oh, look at that.
I reckon that's one. Cheeky. Look at that cheeky bugger.
Okay, there's enough ice in that we don't even need to add more.
I don't think we should open a bar.
You don't think we should open a bar?
Or maybe we should.
I think
See how
we're
the
naturals.
See how the launch goes.
We're absolute naturals. Maybe it was better that you did that below the line of sight of the camera.
Yeah.
And we'll stir that up. Right, that's all there is to that. Now you want to make it pretty because you want people to drink it because it doesn't look as pretty as it does online. That's pretty pretty.
Look at that.
That's a whiskey sour. Sweet as a nut.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh
Whoa.
God, that's actually really good.
That's actually really good.
Do you guys want to try that? Do you want to try that? It's fantastic.
That's actually really good. That's like
Oh
when
my
we
goodness.
listened back to
That was a really ugly way to make a whiskey sour, but it tastes fantastic.
That's
Take it
very
from me.
similar to when we listen back
Reckon,
to
guys.
to a gig that we've recorded. When we go, was that okay? And then we listen back, and go, oh, I thought it's all right.
That's exactly right.
Oh, that's delicious.
It's actually
It's
Yummy,
done, guys.
isn't it?
It's not like that. Okay, are you
Thanks.
ready? Yep. I'm just going to ask now, Nick, did you figure out what your scene is?
My scene, I suppose, is I suppose it's Melbourne music that various other people are involved in. I suppose. My profession is music. My hobby is music. My kind of circle of
Your
friends
scene.
is
Yeah.
music. So it's
the music scene.
The
is
music
our
scene. Yeah, but I mean, there's many in Melbourne. I'm in one that's pretty great at the moment. It's
We'll live and die in the music scene.
yeah. Well, so I don't plan to die.
I'm going to die with a guitar in my hand in Melbourne.
Cheers.
Perhaps on stage. Perhaps on Saturday the 19th. Don't miss it.
This is a great drink. Maybe there's not enough booze in it. That's right.
It's delicious. I love it.